what is it that they are going to do? What is left for them to do? Let's go ahead and take a look at these. They're not going to be relevant at this time because we've already used our agent action. But where do we want to try and assert control? Because I'm worried about what the Greeks are doing coming this way. I'm worried about what the barbarians are doing. We've got to deal with the Carthaginians, which is great. So I don't have to worry about them attacking us necessarily. But we do have to worry about what's going to happen in terms of the control of these islands, which we really, really want. We want to control these islands. So I think we need to have an army going over here, an army going over there, an army taking control here, and another one that's just going to stay centrally. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. How is it that we could use our navies? Because I'm really worried about what's happening with the Greeks over here. Really, really what's happening. Really worried about what's happening with them. Let me just double check what level we're going to be starting with. So we're starting with the terrariums because we upgrade into the conquariums. What to do, what to do, what to do. The other thing is, do we try and come and assert control into here? I don't really see why we should though. Other than the Carthaginians are going to be under pressure. And I don't like the idea, if we take the islands, then we're going to be stuck having to try and then actually fight for them. So this feels like it's going to be very defensive, to be honest, which I really, really don't like. Let's take a look and see what army number 3 looks like. It's not very big. Army number 3, not a very big army there at all. It needs to be developed. And it's too risky. Too risky to attack with that one. Army number 2, again, it's too risky. It's too risky to go and attack with these guys. Gosh. But army number 2 is a nice big army. Marcus Crassus. I think going south and taking Syracuse could be a really good one. That could be a good idea. Because once we've captured that, it would then free us up to move around. It's worth 2 gold as well. I like that idea. Yeah, let's use them to go south. So army number 2 moving from here down into Syracuse, and it's yellow, so it's 2 yellow dice. Oh man, we could lose 2 main battle cards here. That's what we could lose. Let's see what happens. Oopsie daisy. It doesn't count, it doesn't count unless it's in the bowl. Okay, we lose a skirmish unit. That's not the worst thing at all. So that, I think, yep, that goes by our Villetes, who can be really, really useful. So we need to make sure that we build those back up again, because we really, really need those Villetes. But I think absolutely well worth it. So we're just going to go down here and grab ourselves. Just going to double check that everything's working over here. And what's happening? Yep. And I think then what we're going to do is let's push our luck and let's go into this next region over here as well. So that's 2 green die that we're going to do that with. So let's go ahead and roll. And it's another skirmish unit, but I think we don't have any. No, we don't. That's okay. So that basically caught that without any additional cost going on here. So really, really happy with that. So I'm going to then just go and grab this for the Romans over here. And that's another 2 regions that we're able to add to the retinue, which is fantastic at relatively low cost. So then we want to go up and to be able to push back on the pressure that's coming from the Greeks and from the barbarians there. But the question is, do we take out one of our fleets and move straight into here, or do we try and be a little bit more defensive? I think I want to be able to deny them that port. That is something that I do want to do. That is something that I do want to do. I do want to deny them that port. But we would have ports here that we can use if it's about trade. I just don't want them coming any closer. I want to keep the pressure off on that side. This is a great way of kind of communicating. Look, we're not going to accept you advancing. The only army that's going to let me do that, though, is this one, because we don't have to worry about the Carthaginians really, because we're friendly with them. It's making me feel comfortable to be able to move towards the north and put pressure on the Greeks, force them to the table. And then we can swing back again, because we definitely don't want to leave our backside open to the barbarians. I think this is what we're going to do, guys. Yeah. Yep. We're going to take this navy out here. Okay. So that's 1. We're going to take army number 1 from here and embark. So army number 1 has used 1 action, 1 for the embark. And am I actually able to do this? Am I actually able to do this turn? That's the question. Because they get 3 actions, but you use 1 to embark. It's a -1 to embark and disembark. It's -1 to each of them. Okay, no, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, so we can do that and then go over onto here, and that's what we're going to do. Yes, yes. So we're going to go here, and we're hoping that we're not going to take too many casualties, because we are sitting right next to 2 Greek armies, which is not great at all. Losing a skirmish unit, and I think maybe I only had 1 to begin with. Yeah, Velites. The only thing that I've just realised is now we're actually outside of our reinforcement range, and so that's been a little bit silly strategically. I haven't thought about that at all. But we do have this navy here, which is giving us that line of communication. So as long as that stays there, that's not going to be a problem. That's not going to be a problem. I think we want to be able to continue to assert control. So I'm going to start out here. We'll wait and see what we want to do. Now these 2 other armies are just so small right now. They're so small. They're so small and puny that it's too risky. Do I want to hold them back? We've not got a lot in our treasury either. So I think that's what we want to do. I think I want to hold them back. I'm not too worried about what the barbarians are doing. Not too worried, actually. We're going to recover in terms of having lots of really great regions. We just need to keep the Greeks away. And yeah, I think we're going to be very cautious, conservative, bide our time. But we need to assert a little bit of control. So we're going to get that out into here. At the very least, that's how I want to start anyway. I'm hoping the Carthaginians might want to also put pressure onto the Greeks, so I don't want to cut them off. coming through here, this could be very beneficial to us. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's what we're doing with our Roman player.